So I was at a meeting and we were talking about the contributions that come with marriage and the percentage in which individual spouses give within the marriage. One of the questions that was posed was, do you feel as though in a marriage each spouse is supposed to bring 50%, which together equals out to be the total of 100%. But my response to that message was that each party should come to the table giving 100%. Each party should be 100% in. And I referenced the marriage as being that of an umbrella, right? And it covers all of these different entities within marriage. And it's not so much that each entity, that each spouse will give 100%. You're supposed to give 100% and be all in regards to the overall marriage. But within the marriage, there will be different areas that play to one another's strengths and weaknesses. So one of the analogies that I gave was that just because one party may do a little more in one area than the other party, that does not necessarily mean that both parties aren't giving 100%. So case in point being, if you were to ever go to the gym, and when I gave this analogy, I referenced, something that me and my husband were currently experiencing. When we would go to the gym and work out, and whenever we would lift weights, he would lift 150 pounds, whereas I would lift only 50. And it wasn't that he was 100% in and I was only 50% in. No, we were both 100% in according to our own capabilities, according to our own strengths, right? So if you look at that in regards to a marriage, it works the same way. Somebody may be better in one area than the other one. However, we both share the same common goal, which is to get our marriage at the best possible place it can be, and make sure that we are doing everything that we can to work together to make our united front in its best condition possible, if that makes sense. So I just wanted to, release this as one of the topics of discussion, because I know a lot of people can feel inadequate in areas regarding marriage and feel like because somebody else is stronger in one area that you may be considered less than, when that's not the case. Because there are other areas where your strength will override or supersede the strength of your spouse. So you have to find out what areas that you are strong in, and then you work that area. And then even in the areas where you are weak, you can learn to build that up. Like that was another thing that we talked about, where when we're in the gym and we find out that my weakness may be my arm strength. So I'm not going to stay at the capacity that I'm already at. As I continue to work that area, I will begin to develop and build that muscle. Whereas later on in life, I'll be able to lift more than I can right now. So it's all about conditioning yourself and training yourself and helping one another out and not tearing each other down in those areas of weakness.